Hi friends, it's Sunny. So the figure that I would love to look at today is a natural promenade turn in bronze international standard tango. So we'll cover the leads part, the follows part, and we'll also cover some super common mistakes and simple fixes to make this figure look better and feel better for you. Okay? So leads. For today's purposes, I'll start with a progressive link and finish with a closed promenade. There are different entrances and exits you can use, but for today's purposes, we'll just do a bronze syllabus entrance and exit. So that would look like this, and we'll assume you already know the link. So we'll turn her to promenade. Okay, so this is our natural promenade turn. We're going to go forward on our left heel. We're going to go forward and through on our right heel. We're going to pivot around the lady with our left toe. If we can zoom in on that toe. And then we're going to pivot on that back foot and scooch forward on that right heel and end in promenade position. Okay, I'm going to show that from several different angles because there's a lot going on there. So we'll show again. This time we'll go along this wall, this line of dance. So, and I'll just isolate that natural promenade turn for now. I'm in promenade. I'm in promenade. I'm in closed position. I'm in closed and I finish in promenade. Okay, now I'll show going down line of dance this way. Again, this is the leads part. Natural promenade turn. Strong left side lead. Strong left side lead. Around the partner and finish in promenade again with a very strong left side lead. That doesn't mean left hand lead, left side lead. So go ahead and put that left hip into her as well as that left rib. Okay, now I'm going to show that same thing. And I'm going to come right at you and we'll talk about our line of dance. So this is our line of dance. I'm going down line of dance. I'm going down line of dance. I'm going to go to the wall. I'm going to finish diag center, although you know what, I could take that thing around. I'll show that a couple different angles. So, down line, wall, diag center. Down line, oops, I'm going to back up so you can see my feet. Down line, wall, down line. I probably would not want to rotate it more than that. It's physically possible, but it's quite difficult and uncomfortable for your girl. If I were at the corner, which is the easiest place to lead it, you get to do a little less rotation. That would look like this. Down line, wall, new line of dance, or even easier to rotate the least, down line, wall, diag center. So depending on your choreography, you might need to end in any of those places. Okay, ladies, let's talk about our footwork and what we're doing. So we're going, I'll just demonstrate the whole thing and then I'll break it down a little bit. So we're going to start from a link, which I assume you already know that progressive link. Our promenade pivot looks like this. We go forward on the right heel, the left heel, the right heel, the left ball. We swivel around and we end in a promenade position. For both man and lady, that promenade position, we should have the inside edge of the ball connected. I see a lot of people do this with the sole of the foot or the tippy toe of the foot. So we're fully weighted on that back foot and I'm pressing down with that inside edge. So just the shoe leather, not the suede of the sole of your shoe. Okay, ladies, now I'm going to show going down line of dance this way, your part. And I'll just isolate that natural promenade turn now. So for lady, it's a right heel, a left heel, a right heel, a left fall. I swivel around and I break with the inside edge of the front foot, not tippy toe. Okay, so now I'll show down line of dance this way, ladies. I'm in promenade. I'm in promenade. I'm in closed position with a strong left side lead. I'm in closed position and I swivel back to promenade position. Okay? Now I'll show down line of dance going right at you. So, super strong right hip to him, right side to him, and we're behind him. Heel, 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 fall, inside edge, and the back foot is a flat. And that'll be for both lead and follow. That back foot will end on a flat and the front foot will be inside edge. Okay, now I'm going to show down line of dance this way, ladies. Timing will be identical to the man, which will be slow, quick, 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 quick. And actually, I'm going to give you guys number options. Tango, unlike the other dances, does cross phrases, and you don't have to dance on a certain beat like you would on foxtrot. But I would suggest getting phrase choreography. That'll be easiest for your lady to follow, and that'll look most musical if you're competing. So I'll give you numbers as options, though the numbers are options. The slows and quicks are not optional. If you're dancing syllabus, you do have to dance these exact slows and quicks. So I'll say that one more time with the slows and quicks, and then I'll give you a little more detail for a numbers option that would be on phrase. Okay, ladies, I'm going to dance away from you, and I'll say numbers this time. Or I'll say slows and quicks, excuse me. Slow, quick, 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 quick. Okay? Or for leads, same thing, and I'll do that coming at you. Slow, quick, 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 quick. Okay. Before I get into numbers, let me talk about common mistakes. Number one, promenade position is not going to feel natural at first. You should definitely do some stretches at home. If you're lady, this stretch is going to be most helpful for your promenade. If you're a man, this stretch is going to be most helpful for your promenade positions. Make sure when you're dancing in promenade, those first two steps, I call it like skinny steps, skinny hips, like we're going through the super crowded Starbucks, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, kind of walk sideways instead of barreling through with your hips in that wide position, okay? That'll apply to both man and lady. So leads, when you're going through, front hip to partner, this will be the tough one. This requires a little flexibility here. There, that's also sideways as opposed to forward, forward, dragging her alongside of you. Ladies, for you, that would look like this. Forward hip to your partner, right rib to your partner, forward, and here's my skinny, skinny Starbucks hips, through. And then I'll finish out with that same concept with the front hip shoving to the partner. Okay, ladies, my next request for you, stay behind your partner whenever you're in promenade. Almost all the ladies get too far ahead of him, and then you're going to fight him for hip space. And he is heavier and stronger than you. He's probably going to win that war. So I cheat by just staying behind him. Your left knee should be poking him behind his back knee. And if you look at the floor, your front foot should be ahead. Behind his foot should be ahead of your foot. We don't want to be equal with him. We certainly don't want to be down line ahead of him. Next request for both man and lady, use your knees to, I'll say, say cuddle your partner when you're ready to strike out in promenade. So at the beginning of this step, at the end of this step, we should give our partner's knee a little squeeze in with our knees. That'll give you a nice strong base to give you a nice big powerful top line, okay? For both man and lady. Man would do the same thing. I'm gonna give her a gentle squeeze onto what looks to you to be her front leg. Ladies, you're gonna give him a gentle squeeze with what looks to you to be his back leg, okay? Next request is our head position. For lead, tango is a little more upright than, say, Viennese waltz. So we do have a strong frontal connection with the rib at all times, but we're not going to keep that head back as much as you might think it might be. So we're going to keep the head on its own little gyroscope upright. And when you're in promenade, look outside of your hand. I see a lot of this, and it is poor floor craft. Set aside the showmanship issue, it looks cross-eyed. We want to look where we're going or where we were, generally speaking, as leads. So when you're in promenade, we're going to look where we're going. Where we're going. I'm looking outside of the hand, not over here. I'm going to look over here when I'm ready to do the pivot portion. Now I look over here and I look where I'm going. Okay? Ladies, I'd love the same from you. You actually get a little more extreme shape in tango. So I'm feeding that rib to him. I'm feeding that hip to him. My elbows are up to him. You can look outside of the hands, but you're also going to look where you're going. Where you're going. Where you're going. Wait for it. And where you're going. And we're going to delay that switch to promenade until our body is in its final position. So, ladies, what I don't want to see is an early head change. That would look like this. Good, 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 bad. It's going to pull your hip away and he'll feel like you're not with him. So we're going to keep our head in promenade. Our head's in promenade. Our head's enclosed. Another way to think about that is turning the body underneath of the head. We're going to keep our head enclosed. We're going to look behind ourselves. When our front foot is set, we'll extra close and whip that head to promenade. It's going to look a little snazzier that way. Make sure, ladies, when you're in promenade position to keep your head left of your butt. So I don't want to see this. He's going to feel like you're not with him. Make sure to keep your head left, lift that back side, and away you go. Ladies, final request for you, that's going to be a nice band-aid to make your tango look better. Always keep your elbows higher than you think you should be, especially with this special handhold in tango. It's very easy to get saggy arms. So pretend you have laser shooting out of your arms, especially in promenade position. I'll show that going this way, ladies. Elbows super high, super high, super high, super high, super high, 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 high. Okay? Leads for your tango, whether you're in promenade or any other position, make sure to give your lady more elbow room than you would in the other dances. So less of an expansion frame, more of a contraction frame. That would look like this. Put your right hand forward, lead, left hand out. Bend the elbow. The right hand is lower than the other dances, so think of karate chopping down diagonal across her back as opposed to up high. That way she has a big space here, she can ricochet out of and make those shapes. She doesn't make those flashy head shapes because you're manhandling her. She'll do that because there's a little playing room in here. She can bounce back and forth between this wrist and your rib, okay? So that's your natural promenade turn for tango. Easy, simple fixes to make that look better for you. If there's another pattern that you'd like me to look at in a YouTube video, definitely shoot me a message and I'll make sure to share that. Thanks so much for joining me today. And if you liked today's video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.